How to identify Crassula ovata Gollum? Identifying my Crassula ovata Gollum was easy once I knew what to look for. Its tubular, almost trumpet-shaped leaves with red tips are quite distinctive. The leaves remind me of tiny, elongated spoons, which set it apart from other succulents. The plant has a thick, woody stem, giving it a tree-like appearance, especially as it matures. I've noticed it's also commonly referred to as Gollum jade or Hobbit jade, both of which highlight its unique leaf shape inspired by Tolkien's characters. See more 220 species in genus Crassula at monsteraholic.com. Crassula ovata Gollum vs. Hobbit. When I compared Crassula ovata Gollum and Hobbit, I noticed distinct differences that made each unique. Gollum quickly won me over with its tubular, finger-like leaves that really do look like they're straight out of a fantasy novel. The leaves were a bit more elongated and had a glossy finish, which added a touch of whimsy to its appearance. On the other hand, Hobbit had a more compact and rounded form with leaves that curled inward like little elf boots. I found Hobbit to be a bit more robust and bushy, giving it a fuller look that I liked for adding a dense, green element to my collection. Both have their charm, but Gollum feels like a quirky conversation piece, while Hobbit gives a more rounded, hearty vibe. How to care for Crassula ovata Gollum. Here's a helpful guide on caring for your Crassula ovata Gollum, also known as the jade hobbit or finger jade. Light. Bright light. Crassula ovata Gollum thrives in bright, indirect sunlight for at least 4 to 6 hours daily. This helps maintain its vibrant colors and compact growth. South-facing window. Filtered light. A south-facing window with sheer curtains or light filtering can provide ideal lighting conditions. Avoid harsh, direct afternoon sun, especially in hot climates, which can scorch the leaves. Watering. Water when dry. Soak and dry method. This succulent prefers the soak and dry method. Allow the soil to dry out completely between waterings. Overwatering is a major threat, so underwatering is better than overwatering. Thorough soaking. When watering, soak the soil thoroughly until excess water drains from the pot's drainage holes. Discard any water collected in the saucer to prevent root rot. Soil and potting. Well-draining mix. Use a well-draining succulent or cactus potting mix. You can also create your own mix by combining potting soil, perlite, and coarse sand in equal parts for optimal drainage. Drainage holes. Ensure the pot has drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Temperature. Warm temperatures. Crassula ovata Gollum prefers warm temperatures between 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. Cold tolerance. It can tolerate cooler temperatures down to around 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius for short periods. Protect it from frost and freezing temperatures. Humidity. Average humidity levels. This succulent tolerates average household humidity levels. Higher humidity is not necessary. Fertilizing. Light feeding, not a heavy feeder. A diluted, balanced liquid fertilizer applied once during spring or early summer is sufficient. Avoid over-fertilizing, which can cause leggy growth. Additional tips. Repotting. Repot your Crassula ovata Gollum every 2 to 3 years or when the roots outgrow the current pot. Choose a pot that's only slightly larger than the root ball. Pests and diseases. Generally pest and disease resistant. However, watch out for mealybugs and scale insects. Treat them with insecticidal soap or neem oil if necessary. Propagation. You can easily propagate Crassula ovata Gollum by stem cuttings or leaves. Take cuttings in spring or summer and allow them to callus over before planting in well-draining soil. Encouraging bushier growth. Pinch back leggy stems to encourage bushier growth and a more compact form. How to propagate Crassula ovata Gollum. Propagating my Crassula ovata Gollum has been a fun project. I started by taking a healthy leaf or a small stem cutting from the plant, ensuring it was cleanly cut. I let the cutting dry out for a few days to callus over before planting it in well-draining soil. Patience is key here, as it can take a few weeks for roots to develop. I kept the soil lightly moist but not soggy during this period and placed it in a bright spot without direct sunlight. Watching new roots and growth emerge has been incredibly rewarding. How to bonsai Crassula ovata Gollum. Turning my Crassula ovata Gollum into a bonsai has been a creative and satisfying endeavor. I started by selecting a young plant with a strong, central trunk. Over time, I pruned it carefully to shape it, removing any unwanted branches and leaves to encourage a more tree-like appearance. Wiring some branches helped guide their growth direction. Regular trimming is essential to maintain its shape and size, and I also repotted every couple of years to refresh the soil and trim the roots. This slow and thoughtful process has turned my succulent into a miniature, living piece of art. How to pot a Hobbit Crassula ovata Gollum jade. Potting my Hobbit Crassula ovata Gollum jade was a straightforward task, but I made sure to take some key steps to ensure its health. I chose a pot with good drainage holes to prevent water from sitting at the bottom. Using a succulent or cactus mix, I filled the pot about halfway before gently placing the plant in and filling around it with more soil. I pressed down lightly to secure it and watered it just enough to settle the soil. The first few weeks were crucial, so I kept an eye on it, ensuring it wasn't overwatered and that it had plenty of indirect sunlight to help it acclimate to its new home.